Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Arc Basics, a show where we break down the ABCs of how to start an arc, how to accomplish things, how to achieve things, how to be the best you possibly can be. That's right, we're going with the full ABCs of arc. A for arc, B for basic, C for, well, whatever you want it to be. C can be anything. Stegos. One of the big, slow dudes of arc, but today we're going to be talking about, in basics, about how these guys are one of the best tanks that you could possibly get, and they will take you just about anywhere, albeit very slowly. So hey, sit back, grab one of your favorite beverages, and hang tight, because we're going to get a little bit basic on the Stego. That's right. That's right, we're going to discuss just how you guys aren't going to end up meat waffles. Or you might. I don't know, that could be fun. Right? Meat waffles? No. Alright, welcome back to Arc Basics. I'm Phlinger Phoo, and today, like I said just a minute ago, we're going to be discussing the Stegosaurus, or the meat shield of Arc. I mean, it is, when you think of herbivores and you think of meat shield, think of Stego. That's what these guys do. Now, the key thing with the Stego is they will soak up tons of damage. They're really slow moving unless you pump up a lot of speed on them, but also the goal is, while you're riding on one of them, you don't want to turn into meat waffles. And here I'm going to explain how best not to turn into meat waffles and still be the meat shield that you always wanted to be. Alright, so now out here on the island, so a lot of times you'll see Stegos roaming around just about everywhere, over in on the beaches, or also up inside of the edges of the forest, stuff like that. But also, we've got a couple that have wandered down here. Usually, these guys, they have a long wander range. So we're going to, here, let me load up some more trinks inside of our bow. We're going to take these guys out with just the bare minimum means that we possibly can. So we're going to take this guy. And they're not going to be very far, but they have a wide aggro range. So I want to make sure I don't aggro this guy in front of the other one. I don't want to hit him near the other one because they do have a wide range, but they're really, really slow. See how I'm able to back up with this guy while I'm just shooting him in the face with a bow? And then I can sprint away from him whenever I need to. Yeah, it's really easy to just keep ahead of these guys. And then give them headshots whenever we need to. Let's get around here. And also, it's really easy to get these guys kind of tangled inside the weeds. See, look at this. Yeah, he's going to get tangled up on that. He's going to... I mean, we're not getting headshots, but now we're also still not getting hit. And he's stuck in there, which makes it really, really easy. He's going to be able to eventually find his way out of it. If not... There he goes. There he goes. Now he's finally out of it. And he might actually be running. Yeah, he's running. Alright, so now... when they reach 25%, they'll just run away from you. And this is usually one of the worst times of any tame, is when they run. Because if you can't get them knocked out quick enough before they run off into, like, the water or over inside the trees, then you'll end up getting hit by raptors or something like that. And that usually turns out to be pretty bad. Here, give me all these arrows back. Thank you. Alright, so now... that we have this guy knocked out, and he's only level 45, or she's only level 45. But you can tell that at level 45, she already has 1,600 health. That's quite a bit. Yeah, they don't have crap for stamina, they don't have crap for melee damage, but they have a lot of health. Plus, also, from these spikes, they take reduced damage, which means that, say, like in a PvP environment, these guys are really good turret soakers. If you just send these guys towards a base, they'll be able to soak up a ton of damage. Alright, now when we tame these guys, we're going to want to do it with either vegetables, sarco kibble, which is their preferred kibble, which are those big giant crocodiles that keep jumping out of the waters and trying to eat you. Yeah, those guys. Yeah. It's that kibble. Alright, and also, or we could also use measure berries, which, for these guys, since they're so low level, and also for this is a basics episode, we're just going to, wrong button. We're going to go get some measure berries by hand, we're going to stick it on there, and then we're going to get this thing tamed. But... also, I want to show you another method of doing this. Now, we're going to be using a taming pen that I have already built over here, and I'll show you just how this thing is built, and it's pretty easy, it's pretty effective. There's just, fence foundations that are lining the area so where we can pop stuff on top of it. Right down here, stone fence foundations. You want to make sure that you build your taming pens almost exclusively out of stone. There's sometimes where you want to build them out of metal, but most of the time, stone is appropriate. Basically, think of, can it damage this material? If the answer is no, then yes, that is the material you want to use. And a lot of dinos just don't damage stone. So we want to make sure that we can that we can put it in here and it won't be able to damage it. So we just line the entire thing with window walls, and then we've got 2 doorways right here so we can run out whenever we need to. Plus, we also have the dino gate to get the dinosaur out of it once we actually have it tamed. And then right here, I snapped a pillar right here, just one simple pillar. It'll snap right onto the fence foundation, and then another one right away from it, because when you put a pillar, it creates another snap spot out from it. So you want to do that, and then set this up 3 high, and then from there, put a row of ceilings, and then ramps leading up to it, so where the dinosaur has a nice big area to run up. And that way there, when it's chasing us, because we're going to be wiggling our tender vittles in front of it, and just wiggling our butt, getting it excited, we're going to go and then shake our little butt right through here and run right through there, and with hope, it gets trapped in there. Sometimes it won't, it'll jump off the side, but then again, that's when you just run around and you reset the trap by putting your body as the bait in front of the ramp. So that's how that works. Alright, so now we're just gonna go tag this guy. Come on, dude, I'm tagging you. Come on. And then we're just gonna stay just a little bit out of arm's reach from him. Oh, there's an alpha shark over there. That is a bad spot to have an alpha shark. Alright, so now he's gonna lose aggro every once in a while. We just want to make sure he gets thoroughly peeved off at us. And with this method, as long as you stay within certain range of them, keep them mad at you, they're just gonna keep following you all the way. I mean, you can take most dinosaurs all the way across the map if you do this correctly. You just want to make sure that they don't start running. You don't put too much torpor on them to get them to run while you're kiting them and then luring them over here. So let's just go up here, right up here. Lost aggro right at the bottom of the pit. Ah, that hurt. All right, now he's inside. So now we can just knock him out at our leisure. Whenever, line up some headshots on him. Want to make sure you stay away from that tail, because that tail hurts pretty hard. Come on, dude, give me your face. Thank you. And they can damage the wooden ramps, which is the bad part. And that tail has a long reach. Hey, dude. Come on. Ow, come on. Keep your head there. Alright, we're gonna let that torpor sink in, because I know he's running. And he's down. Alright, so now, sweet. Now we're going to tame this guy up, and I'm going to bring you guys back. And just remember, these guys are really, really long tamed, but their torpor goes down really slowly. Okay? Oh, wow, you don't have nearly as much health as the other guy. And the other guy was 4 levels less than you. Huh. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Alright, so hey, we're going to tame up one of these guys, we're going to throw a saddle on it, and then we're going to take it out, and we're going to explain what happens with these guys while we're out and about, what we can do with them, and just how awesome they can be. Alright, now just like a lot of the dinosaurs in Ark Survival Evolved, a bunch of the saddles just have to be crafted in inventory, just like the Stego one, and this one right here only takes 200 hide, 110 fiber, and 35 wood. I've got plenty of that, so let's craft that sucker up, and then wait for this guy to finish taming up. Alright, and she's up. I don't think we're going to name her anything. I don't think we need to name her anything. And then now we're just going to take her out and about, and we're going to stick a saddle on her, and we're going to see what she can do. Come on, girl. Let's get you out of there. Alright, so now that we've got the saddle on this girl, we're cruising out. Now, the only attack these guys have, they don't have a right-click attack, and they don't have a C attack, but they do have a left-click attack. Now, the left-click attack swings the tail whichever way your viewpoint is looking. If you're going straight forward, it usually goes off this way. But if you go that way, just slightly, it'll go off that way. Now, this attack, it's not that great, but it will hit really hard. And here, let me show you just how big this thing is. Bam! It does a ton. Also, it gathers up all the berries from that area, plus also smacks all the trees. It's where you can get a ton of thatch that way. You're not going to be able to get a bunch of wood this way, but you are going to be able to get a ton of thatch and a ton of berries. These guys, I know how we covered in one of the more recent basics on trikes at how good of gatherers they were. Stegos outshine them in every way on how to get resources quickly. But the trike has a little bit more versatility when it comes to actually turning radius, because the Stego, it won't turn very well at all. Alright, but the Stego does take reduced damage, kind of like the trike's face. Not the entire body of the trike works that way, but for the most part, the back part of the Stego does work that way. Now, we're going to discuss, before we head out and about a little bit, we're going to discuss a few different builds on these guys. Because these guys right here, you can build them a little bit differently. If you want them, say it's like tanks or turret soakers, health all the way. Just all the health you could possibly put on them. Just a bunch of health. As much health as you can do, because it really doesn't matter. You just want them to be able to take a beating and then take it hard. Yeah. But if you want to, say, use them as regular mounts going out for long distance travels, you want to have a little bit of stamina on them, a little bit of health, a little bit of movement speed, and a little bit of melee damage. Not too much, but yeah. I'd say out of every 5 levels that you put them, that you level them up, I would go with at least 2 in movement speed, so where they can go faster, because these guys are slow. Really slow. Yeah, but their movement speed increases pretty quickly when you pump it, which is kind of cool. You can actually get Stegos going pretty decent speed. I would put 1 point out of those 5 in health, 1 point out of those 5 in stamina, and 1 point out of those in melee damage. The rest of it, movement speed. The other 2 points out of those 5 in movement speed. That way there you can have a nice long distance dino that will take you out, and it'll be your best buddy for a little bit. Now also, let's talk about if you wanted to use it as a gatherer kind of dinosaur. Because with gathering, you kind of want to be able to take them out a little bit of ways, but you're going to have most of your resources rather close to your base, or else you wouldn't have put your base there, right? Am I right? Yeah? Okay, so now, when discussing about how to build really good harvesting dinos, I would say skip health. You really aren't going to need it. You're going to need, out of every 5 points, out of every 5 levels, I'd say 1 in stamina, 3 in weight, and 1 in movement speed. That way there, you can move faster, you can get to your spot without having to stop constantly because of your stamina, and then when you finally do start being able to harvest everything, you can harvest as much of the berries as you need to, and high-level Stegos can get really respectable weight stats. See how many berries we just got from that one swipe? That was huge. I mean, you get tons of narcotics that way. Yeah. Hello? Dude, I'm recording an episode here, man. Take off. All right, at least you weren't a raptor. All right, but yeah, look at all those berries. That is insane. All right, let's keep that so you have some food. And let's just drop this. Bam. All right. All right, so hey, that pretty much covers it for the Stego. I mean, the Stego, they're pretty good, and they do have a pretty good knockback, like the trike. And here, let me show you on this guy just how far of a knockback they have. And once I get around this tree. This is the biggest drawback of the Stego. Is bam. Okay, that guy didn't get knocked back, so that doesn't prove my point. Give me something else I can knock back. Come on. Alright, I need something to knock back. Alright, here we go. Let's smack these dillos and these compies in the face. Bam! Alright, see how far that Dillo was knocked back? He was knocked for a ways. He had to come running way back up to hit us. Suck it, bug. Yeah, see, look at that. Bam. Seriously, dude? I'm trying to record an episode here, man. Alright, fine. Alright, there we go. And also, let's test it out on this trike. I'm not the trike. The turtle over here, if we can ever get there. Alright, come on. Get some stamina. Drop all this stuff. Alright, there we go. Hey, Mr. Turtle, I'm coming to make an example out of you. Alright, let's see. Bam! Alright, kicked him right in the butt, and he just went running off. Alright. Come on, buddy. See, if you just keep going like this, because it has such a long knockback, you can just push anything away from you. And they won't be able to hit you. Now, if they're faster than, say, this turtle... Oh, Dillos. Suck it, Parasaur. Shouldn't have been there. Alright, now if they're faster than this turtle, they'll be able to get in here, so you'll end up going through your stamina really fast. But there's really no chance of you getting hurt at all like this. But then again, the attack isn't frontal facing, it's just to the side from the butt off the tail. So yeah, just a thing to be aware of if you're going to use these guys as nice land dinos. But if you level these things up properly, get a nice high level Stego, these things will take you pretty dang far. Pretty dang far. Plus, you get their saddle really low. It's level 26 is when you get these saddle. So you can grab these things, use them as a gathering dino early on, also use them to go all the way around the island. They're pretty dang effective. Alright, so hey, I think that's going to do it for this basics video. When it comes down to the Stego, there's really not that much to cover other than not becoming meat waffles, which is not what you want. You want to be the meat, the meat shield, not the meat waffle. So just know that the tail helps you be the meat shield, and then the face helps you be the meat waffle. Don't face your face at the enemy. Hit him with the tail. There you go. Alright. And until next time, this is Phlinger Phoo, and take it easy, everybody.